Good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. Yeah, so the artist that I was supposed to interview last week, this week, it's a whole shaboodle. Hey, hey, sexy man. Hi, Shadani, sweetheart, Queen Avon. Um, yeah, I'm here to do an interview with the artist, Kisamari. I just spoke to him. He's going to join the live in a minute. What's up with my light, man? My light seems to be a bit dim. Let me see what's good. So, yeah. Um, yeah, this week I am prepared. No mistake was made this week, like I did last week, but it's all good. um, yeah, that's what it is. And then later I will announce the works that I have in for next week. Basically, anybody that's an artist, a producer, a songwriter, as long as you have anything to do with music, you could basically log on. That's next week, Friday. I go live at 11 o'clock. So basically, any artist, like I said, as long as you're a musician and you have influence in the music business, you could actually join the live and tell people your two piece, or you could sing a song. It doesn't matter if it's in French, Spanish, German. It doesn't matter. Like, it's all about the musician that night and the music industry. Put it that way. So you could basically just call in and sing one or two songs and jump off and on to the next artist. So that's what I have planned for next week, Friday. I will put out the flyer, I think, tonight or tomorrow. The flyer's actually finished and everything. I had that done last night. But I was just waiting for a couple of days, or at least waiting for it tonight. So I will put out the flyer tonight with the whole information that y'all needed. And again, there's nothing required. I just need like 5 to 10 minutes of your time, or maybe even less. And like I said, showcase what you got. Showcase your talent, and that's about it. But yeah, I will do all the information that y'all will need for next week, Friday. I will put it out, and yeah, it's gonna be lit. So Craig, je weet, bellen. Maak me niet uit als ik het Frans zing, because like I said, there will be a lot of different musicians on the various musicians on the live. There will be soundman, selectors, DJ, producers, songwriters. Again, anybody that's in the music industry can go ahead and join. Ganja that bless up yourself. So yeah, yeah, that's what it is for next week. I'll put out the flyer. Ganja that I'll send you the flyer later myself too. Basically, um, 95% of the artists that I interview from I started till now gave me the go ahead that they will join the live. Some of them not going to make it because they're booked out that day, and if they said if they find a little bit of time, they will still jump on the live and basically, yeah, just show their faces. And there will be a lot of artists on the live. I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna be fun. Just keep it short and sweet. No, no argument, no fight, no disrespect on my shit, because y'all know I don't play that. And just have a good night. It's gonna be Christmas Eve, so just get in the Christmas spirit and do y'all. And that's about it. So yeah, there's something there. This is the music that you're hearing from the artist Kisco Mari. Um, you don't know. It's on the reggae side. I love it. It's something new, it's something fresh. Um, yeah, that's it. Upcoming artist doing his best to get where he needs to go. So yeah, yep. So now I'm basically just waiting for the artist. Ooh, sorry. My bad. Waiting for the artist to come on the live so we can drop this interview right quick. And on after him, I have a next artist. It's called Janai. more of the dancehall structure. I mean, most artists can go both ways anyway, so it's not a big deal. They do reggae as much as they do dancehall. But after him, that in like in an hour time, I have Janai. I think he's from Canada. I don't want to lie, but yeah, I think he's from Canada. Um, yeah, that's about it. So yeah. So what y'all up to? I can't wait. I actually can't wait for next week. You know, like I am all excited about next week because I am intrigued to see who's going to come on the live and how it's going to go. Um, there will be, because as you know, you can have four people on your live. There will be me plus I think the other artist that's going to be and the actual panel itself, and then the other two space going to be open for different artists to actually come on the live and do their thing and then jump off so the next artist can come on the live. Um, yeah, I will keep two space open for two different artists, so at least it goes a little bit faster. Because if you have just one artist just jump in and out, it could take all night, which I don't mind. But it's definitely going to be me and somebody else on the panel. I'm not sure who as yet because I got a bit of choice. Put it that way. So I don't want to just and that person that's on the panel could jump off too, just to have three artists on there. You understand? So I'm actually ready for next week. I've been planning a whole entire I've been planning it for a whole month. Um, this week I got in touch with all the artists that I could find out on my dome, and the one that's on paper, of course. I got in touch with everybody, and yeah, I'm ready to do the thing. Yes, did. I'm ready to do the do. So yeah, I'm ready for next week too myself. I think it's gonna be fun. It's something different than what I'm normally used to doing on this platform, but I think it's gonna be something great. I have something planned for the New Year's too, because we're a couple of head of the rest of the world when it comes to time. Um, I'm gonna go live after the New Year, so after 12 o'clock for us and the whole entire fireworks and drinking and all this shit. Then I'm gonna go live probably around 2 o'clock, just to, you know, bless up some people and see what can go on. That night won't be an interview either. Like it won't be an interview next week either. Just going live. Artists gonna call in and do their thing. I have the artist Kiss Kamari on the line, so I'm gonna go ahead and add him right now. So yeah. That's so the thing is, these people. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I stopped the music too. Alright, let me go ahead and stop it. Anyways, good afternoon, Kiss Kumari. How are you doing?
Yeah, blessed. How you doing? I'm fine.
I'm great. You know, as you know, we're about to knock this interview out. Let me. My mic sound very low. Yeah, it was. All right. So good evening or good afternoon for you. It's still afternoon.
Yeah, it's getting in the afternoon over here in Florida. It's not that
Oh, you're in
late.
Florida. Why am I having? Oh, but you did tell me you were in Florida, Brenda. Come on. So yeah, but it's still afternoon for you regardless. It's already night for me. So yeah, bless up yourself. Good afternoon. I hope all is well and you're in the best of health. If you don't mind, like introducing yourself to the panel, to the audience, of course. Let them know who you are and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, kiss Kamari. Make life better now. Foundation of his set, you know. Yeah, originally from St. Ann, Jamaica. That's the great parish, Bob Marley Parish. Think about it, Burning Spear Parish, Marcus Garvey Parish. That's where I was originally from. It's called a Garden Parish for a reason. Great minds were born there, and obviously hence Kiska Marai. So yeah, pretty much, from originally from Jamaica, St. Ann, Jamaica, where I grew up, spent most of my times, and you know, start dabbling in music there. From there, I went to New York, and then I just started doing more music in New York. So I know I do a brief introduction, but you know, that's pretty much the basic part of
That's
Kiska
all you
Marai.
need. That's all we need. And if they need to know more, they got to research it and read the bio. That's how it is. But okay. Okay, how do you pronounce your name? Because I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. Because I just hear you pronounce it the right
But,
way.
but let me hear you say it again.
Kisco Omari.
Everyone always say Amari, right? It's actually Amari, right? Because
Okay.
what happened is
Okay.
Kisco was a nickname, you know?
Okay.
I grew up in Jamaica, so I had a nickname was Kisco. And then, once I started to venture in music, I adopted Amari to
Okay.
as an East African name meaning strength builder. So hence we have Kisco Amari for that particular reason.
Okay. Because I know I said I know I'm going to pronounce this man's name wrong. I mean, you pronounce it the way you spell it, but then yeah, it's a different pronunciation when it comes to the name. So okay, Skisco Amari, and I put
Definitely.
literally like I just.
Yeah, like Rastafari, yeah, Kisco Amari.
Okay, Brenda Peterson, bless up yourself. Yeah, so
Hey,
we're just gonna
Brenda.
jump in this segment. As you know, I about next week also. I hope you can join the live for next week and do your thing, of course, because like I said, there will be a whole bunch of artists and in the music people from the music industry will be on the live also. So it'll be great for any artist, whether
Oh,
you're
yeah?
upcoming artist or not.
Is it like a
Um,
live show thing?
I'm just gonna go live, and then I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
have various artists from all over the place calling in, jump on the live, sing two tune, jump off. Like I said, there will be producers, songwriters, sound man, like everybody gonna be on there. I basically sent out a whole bunch of flyers and email last night, and I got like 95% feedback, and everybody's down and willing to do it. Some people got bookings, but they will try and still jump on the live regardless. So next week's gonna be lit, but I will send more information to you. I think I did last time. I think I sent you the actual flyer and the outlining, but there's something we can talk about later. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump into this segment and just asking you some basic stuff about music. Like when did you first started venturing into this music career, and how old were you when you started?
Good question. So, I pretty much been doing music. Just going to church and a lot of gospel songs, choir music, stuff like that. I never really get serious in the music until around 17, 18. I started traveling a lot. And then, just doing traveling, I find myself around, you know, great artists. I think at the time, I was finding myself in Massachusetts. And, you know, what's his name again? Terry Ganzi was there. So I ended up in a circle where, there's a lot of artists there. So it kind of like gave me a lot of inspiration at the time. And luckily, I had like that aspiration, to write songs and stuff like that. So a friend of mine was like, "All right, Kiska, I like your hooks, them," and he kind of like showed me, the basic structure and kind of like say, "All right,
Yeah,
this is how you vibe it out." So at the time, still when I was there in Massachusetts, there was a lot of DJing going on, and we used to go, by a sound system. I remember the name of the song, but a couple of virgins just used to go there and play some rhythms and just well a decent musical vibe, and that's where and this was like 18, 17, 18. Just really start getting into music then. And I went back to Jamaica and just started do a lot of penning
yeah,
until I felt like my penmanship was up, and I do a demo there. But then I ended up leaving Jamaica again, right? At this time I was like 19, so went to New York and I just started writing non-stop, you know, and that's where I guess funny enough, I was walking on the street one day and a couple guys was hearing me singing, and they literally just stopped me and said, "Yo, Kiska, you that song good enough," because he literally hear me just walking and wanting a vibe, and I didn't know him at the time, but he stopped me
yeah,
and said, "Hey, they have a talent show around here, you should come and perform." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah," but he didn't know that I was singing a lot, so I went to the talent show, and this was around '06, right? I went to the talent show, which was a long time. I'm in New York, and I actually did great in that talent show. And then so from there, I just kept doing the music recording, doing EPs and singles. So yeah, it's been a while, but I still keep banging at the music and just keep it positive, more so.
Okay, that's great. Who's been your inspiration so far since you actually venture into this industry? Who inspire? Because I mean, you could get inspiration from basically anybody. Don't have to be somebody of your peers or anything like that. Could just basically
Definitely.
be. Yeah.
Definitely. So I'm like true to the music itself. You know what I mean? So as time goes by, I find like because artists do change over time, and then sometimes you might lose
True.
a little bit of favor here and there.
True.
But I really from a young age I appreciate the greats. I appreciate the Freddie, appreciate the Dennis, appreciate the
Yes.
appreciate love the Bob Marley. Forget about the appreciate, appreciate love them all. And
Yeah,
I
you
and I
gotta pay
and I do,
homage.
yeah, I did put a lot of time in what they did at a very early age. But like I said, I'm true to the music. So as time goes by, I kind of like gravitate towards different music artists and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
you know, right now the artists that I listen to a lot to now, I listen to a lot of Popcorn, I listen to the Chronics, the new age music,
Yeah.
but I still have my foundation music that I really don't leave out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely.
Like the
Definitely.
Garnic Silk. I listen. I have my moments when I just go into some music. It may sound like it's only reggae, but like I grew up in a musical household. Like in my house, every Sunday they used to play the Celine Dion, the Mariah Carey, the Tony Braxton. So, I'm
Yeah.
well rounded. I love different genre of music and stuff like that.
Okay, okay, that's great. And how would you describe the typical music that you make? Because you just basically explained that you're not just a stick to one genre of music.
Right.
Um, yeah, but I mean, the couple songs that you send me, they will be classified as reggae. So you're not
Definitely.
only just a reggae artist. You could go dancehall if you want, or take it to a different genre kind of music, basically.
Yeah. So for me now, how I look at it, the music I do, I gotta make sure it has a positive message, right? So Kiss Kamara basically, I just want to inspire, motivate and really uplift whoever my audience. You know what I mean? Especially in this time where there's so much noise going on and confusion. So
Yes,
I'm gonna
yes,
describe my
that's the
music
truth.
as positive vibes. So you know, I just gotta make sure that my energy is right, and then based upon the instrumentals, I kind of like transfer that music into that vibe. So as long as it's positive, that's where I really try to keep it.
Most definitely. And let me ask you this, yeah? You basically said you write your own songs, right?
Definitely.
Okay. In the process of you creating a hit song, a single, how does that process look like? Do you write songs after your environment, um, your experience, or you just basically just write about what's going on in the world? Like this damn epidemic that's costing everybody's life, and oh Lord, I don't even want to go there.
You know, the songs do come in different form and shape, right? Sometimes you can sit down and say, all right, then, you know, I'm gonna write a song. And then sometimes you can be on a journey and you get an inspiration, and right then and there, you just pen a song. Like, um, make life better now, foundation of it set you know. Yes, make life better now, decide to do better now. Well, from Indian Japan, man, a pre-life different. Can't go like me, see mommy, sister, and friends. Like short, so me have to make it better then. Do the math. That song was really my virgin. Him literally, he just dropped out during the pandemic. Like he went into coma, never make it out. And
Sorry about that.
just wake up and I was like, man, life is so short. And I just pen a song like that where I have another time where I can really just go ahead and literally listen to like an instrumental and pen
Yeah,
a decent
yeah,
song to it. So
yeah.
I don't have a set formula per se because music come in different ways, shape and
It
form,
does.
you
It
know.
does. It does. And who would you most likely to want to do a collaboration with at this point in your career?
Definitely, like I said, the Popcorn and you know, like the artists them you just royal them. I like to do a collab with Kabaka Pyramid and so forth.
Yeah, yeah. That's it. All right. If you could do an open act for a major artist at this point in your career, open the whole entire show, which artist would it be apart from Popcorn or all the other name that you call?
Like open act. Oh, I mean I'm open for a lot of them already. So
Okay,
it's
okay.
what I, what I really want to do is tour Europe, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But
definitely, definitely.
I would say like for me that would be honor to me if I get on the same stage with a Sizzla Kalonji or on the same stage with a Buju Banton. Like the greats that are still doing the thing and doing it great, you know,
Yeah,
that would
yeah,
be a
yeah,
great
yeah.
accomplishment for me
Of
right now.
course,
I would say.
that's a good thing. Like for you to open for Buju, Sizzler, Capleton, all them kind of money. That's tremendous. That's something good.
Yeah, that would be
You
a
can't beat that.
honorable moment, I would say, right?
Exactly. Exactly. You can't beat that. If you could have your fans, your followers, I hate to use the word fan, followers or fan, but the people them that support you, your supporter. If you could have your supporters remember you for one thing within your music career, what would you want that to be?
So, so like I said, like Kiss Kamara, really, my thing is to inspire, motivate, and uplift the youths. Them. So at the end of the day, when it's all done, what want everybody remember Kiss Kamara for is just the purpose for me. I try for sure you would say you can really achieve what you want out of life, and you don't have to do what everybody else do. You know what I mean? So that's the type of message. Look at daughter there. I said, Dad, she didn't realize I'm in an interview.
It doesn't matter. That's what kids are for. That's what they do. It's all right. I'm used to
Right?
it. I
But
know how it goes. I don't have a problem.
yeah, but yeah, that's really the main thing. Still, is the mhm. Yeah,
All
man.
right.
But yeah,
Let
that's
me
really it.
ask you this. Yeah. What would you be doing right now if you wasn't in the music, if you didn't have this music career going on? What would you be doing right now? Um,
Right,
yeah.
right. What I'm doing, what I want to do right now, I would say, but really just relax. You know, um, it's like outside of music, I do other things. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
learning, still
basically that's the
learning other
question.
things.
What do you do out of music? What
Right.
would
So
you be
what are the
doing if you
things?
wasn't
So
in music?
right. So one of the things I'm learning right now is really taking advantage of this technology. So I'm really learning a lot about Wall Street right now. So you know, to Wall Street, I'm coming for
Yeah,
the
I'll go
show
around this stuff.
basically.
Yeah, you can't go wrong when it comes to them stuff, man. Like
Huh?
seriously, you can't go wrong when it comes to them stuff. Like
Yes. That's it. It's
you're on
like
the right track.
opportunities, right?
Yes, you're on the right track. Trust me. All right. Have you done any performance out of the United States in Jamaica itself, or like you've never been to Europe? You basically just said you've never done any show in Europe. So apart from the States or Jamaica, have you done any other performance like on any other Caribbean islands or anything like that?
Right. So my team is working on that right now. Um,
Okay.
actually working to like get some shows in Africa and stuff like that, which is very it's kind of like a big a goal for me, but we're actually working on that to see if we could line up a tour and stuff like that. But I won't say much about that, but
No, no,
that's
I got
pretty much
you. You don't have
in the
to.
pipeline working. So hopefully for the 2020 I can see great things happening.
Most definitely, and that's the way you do it. Never disclose what you're doing until it's completely concrete. That's the way life goes. Um, Okay, you said you're venturing into Wall Street and getting to know how this whole technology thing works. How do you feel that the internet has impacted your career thus so far during the pandemic, which we're still in it, but I mean when it was like in the beginning compared to now, because now there's a lot of little shows and tours going on here and there, so it means it's a little bit more open than it was before. But how has it impacted your career so far?
So like it consume a lot of time, you know. It really does. Um, but like right now, where I'm at right now is really that balance, you know. So we finding that balance. making sure that I'm not giving too much of my time, in one thing, and making sure that I keep the music going, because the music is what brings the balance about.
True,
But
true.
that's really the impact still at the time. But like right now, I gotta make sure that I, just keep creating quality music and just stay busy. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
not just
yeah,
busy, but be
yeah.
productive. Basically, is the key. But it inspired me a lot of way, because I kind of realize, you know, the opportunities that life offers, and with freedom comes creativity. So that's
Definitely,
the biggest part
definitely,
that I do embrace and work diligently towards.
definitely. All right. How was your creative? How creative were you with the lockdown? Because a lot of people like went into beast mode because they couldn't
Peace.
tour and they couldn't do anything. So were you one of those artists that, you know what? No, it's time for me to do some penmanship, write some new tunes, come up with new ideas. How
Yeah,
did that like
definitely writing.
yeah?
I kept writing. During the pandemic. As a matter of fact, when the pandemic just started, I dropped an EP.
Okay.
Promise myself, yo. Nah, give up the fight. Promise myself, hey. Most of it surviving a life, well, give thanks. Say me have to find a way out to the top. Rasta man, you can't doubt. Well, them a bless and them a curse. I'm the same out, simplicity. Yeah, so during the pandemic, still, it was a humbling experience. Like I said, I know people lost a lot of loved ones. I
Yes.
myself lost close friends and relatives as well too. So
Yep.
sometimes the creativity was there, and sometimes it was just a matter of slow down what really values most to life, basically.
Cool, 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 cool. Um, what is one of your most favorite song that you hold dear to your heart that you have put out so far? And
Huh?
what's the whole entire meaning behind one of your favorite songs that you have written?
So, all right, I'm gonna tell you one of my first songs I wrote, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people love this song. You're gonna be surprised what I write this song about. I'm gonna sing it first.
Yeah.
Some boot scrapey, and a laugh and the waist clear the way, give me powers. See another bridge over there, figure cross. Come scrapey, we now back up for last. Oh no, my boot scrapey, and a laugh and the waist clear the way, give me powers. See another bridge over there, figure cross. Come scrapey. Well, that song is a favorite for a lot of people that know Kiskama, alright.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
funny, funny, I tell you what I write that song about. That song was literally one of my best lyrical songs, and I write this song about the shoes. Like, people writing songs about shoes. You wouldn't
Yeah.
even tell until I tell you. Like, literally,
Yeah.
I was on the train in New York, and at the time, there's a lot of people getting killed because they're getting jumped for the type of shoes that they have on. But me,
Yeah.
I was going through a struggle at the time, because at the time I was studying, and the shoes I had on wasn't in a good condition. You know,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I decided, say, well, I need to write a positive song about the shoes that's gonna be motivating. So I started to write that my shoes is scrapey, and it was laughing, literally, right? But anyways, clear the way, give me pass, because basically, there's another bridge, so there was another obstacle that I needed to get over, so I could reach to my end goal. So I went through that struggle, but I just use it as an inspiration. But that,
There you
up to this
go.
day, like when certain people see me, it's like, yo, once that song, I love that song there. you
That's
know
your testimony. That's your testimony. Nobody can
and
take that from you, and that's the way you do it. Um,
yeah.
right now in your career, yeah, because I don't. You said you started from 2000. Okay, I write everything down so I can remember. From 2019 to 2018, you actually started in the industry business. Yeah. How do you think as an artist, and it seems like you're a person that go after the information that's required. How Sorry, somebody sending me a request to join the live. I do not add people to my live while I'm giving an interview. It's quite distracting. After I'm finished, if you want to ask the artist something, you could write it in the panel or ask him, or after the interview's done. If you choose to want to go live with anybody else, that's possible. But then I'll be running out of time from all the interviews, so I normally don't do that either. So, but anyways, let me ask you this: do you think, as a upcoming artist within the music industry, that most of the artists them need, not most, all of them need to do their due diligence when it comes to this industry, like get the information that's required when it comes to this industry, and just, yeah, be in your p's and your q's, put it that way. Do you think that's a good thing to do when you started into this career, even before you don't have to be signed to a label, but yeah, what do you think about that?
Oh, that's the best thing that you can do, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if you're gonna go in a business, right? Like one of my thing is like, if you're gonna in a business, like if you're gonna say you're gonna sell in a marketplace, you know,
Yeah.
because I'm from Jamaica, we understand, you know, real struggles and stuff like that. So if you're gonna decide, say, all right, you're gonna grow some banana and bring it to the marketplace and sell, you want to know that you cannot wait till the banana them right to bring it to the market, because if you try to bring a ripe banana to the market, the next day the banana is gonna get ripe and rotten. Nobody's not gonna want
Yep.
it. They
Yep.
want to pick the banana maybe when it's almost ripe, so when they bring it, it's just right to the marketplace. So
Yep.
what am I trying to say basically is like, if you're gonna get into the music industry, the least you could do as an artist is actually educate yourself about the music industry. And the next second best thing you could do as an artist is invest in
Yep.
yourself as an artist, right? Because
Yeah.
a lot of times artists get jumpy when somebody show them a look of money, and not not doing that first, buy a book or listen some videos, or you know,
Jump on the internet. The
invest into
info is
some
there.
PR people who does consultation to say, all right, this is what's going on. You have no clue. You might end up lose stuff like how much artists you see ball. And it's not a matter of balling because somebody did them wrong per se, but it's a matter of because they lack the knowledge.
Do their
So they
research.
wasted a lot of time initially
Yes,
in the
yes,
game, you know what I mean? So yeah, for me, I would say like educate yourself about the music, and just take it from there. But you're gonna make
definitely.
mistakes, obviously we do, but when you're educated, at least you have some level of foundation to
Yeah,
begin from. You know, that's how
yeah.
I see it, though.
Yeah, you're somebody that gets it. Uh, what is the best advice have you ever got from one of your peers or given to one of your peers?
Oh, stay hungry. You,
Yes.
you gotta stay hungry. You know what I mean? That's the best one. Can't become complacent. Sometimes you have to just, know what's trending and update the thing. So just stay hungry basically, and even when time you make it, you gotta still stay hungry. That's all. Some artists still have the game locked.
Yeah, that's the truth. And never think that you reach your potential and this is it. In the music industry, is never it, because music, it fluctuates. It doesn't stay at one place. So you can never make a mistake by keep on learning and venturing, and just be humble while you getting there.
I
Humble.
mean, I mean, look at us today. You're doing interviewing me from Netherlands,
There you
right?
go.
And Instagram. It's a change of time, right? It's a
Yes,
technology.
most definitely,
So
most definitely. If there's one thing that you could change about this whole entire industry, what would it be and why? And how do you think, when it comes to this music industry, do you think it's a fair game, or you think it's or no, let me put it this way. Do you think it's a 50-50 chance that some artists will make it to their higher heights, or you think it's just a friend politics, like, this producing, this person, so they will push you
right.
above somebody that's even better than you? If you could change anything about it, what would it be?
Um, get rid of all the gatekeepers. Anyways, that's a joke.
No, that's
But
not a joke. That's not a joke, because most of these gatekeepers are keeping people out that actually got talent, because they're not their friend, or they're not, they
yeah,
don't know. They ain't letting you in. It's the truth.
it's kill the
Not going
culture
on.
of not treating the music like a business. That has to change, because you see, when you don't have that mindset, like let's say for instance, like for me personally, like I said to my brethren yesterday, like every star shine. Like I don't need to like try not to hide your shine so that I can shine. Like we can both shine, and so that's one of the mindset where I think has to once that is adopted, where producers see the potential of collaboration as opposed to like constant. It's competition is good, like you better write a song. Let's create a better song. Then that's good for
Yes,
the
yes.
for the music itself and for the fans. Fans like entertaining music, but you see creativity gets short when there's too much um just ignorance with competition. You get what I'm trying to say? Like
I get
fight
exactly
out
what you're
thing or the
saying.
hold on thing. It's a no, because that no man there is like
Yeah.
it stop from really collaborating, where you could allow that
True.
free flowing
True.
artistic creativity to flow.
True.
You didn't tell me the water was
That's
cold.
definitely true. Because you got a lot of people because they ain't dealing with a certain artist or a certain person that they literally try to like block them from getting. I wouldn't say blessing because nobody can block your blessing because
But the
what's yours is
blessing.
yours. But they can delay that shit.
And some of that really is just ignorance, or
It is.
insecurity. You know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, no one can stop you from shining. Like, you never see a bird try to fly. The bird always flies. So guess what? A star is always going to shine. You can't stop a star from shining.
Definitely,
So
definitely.
yeah.
All right. Let me ask you this because you seem to have your head where it needs to be. Do you own your royalties and your when it comes to all of the songwriting and stuff
Right.
like that? Do you own your copyrights?
Yeah. I mean, let's put it this way, right? I'm not signed to a label. I'm fully independent. Um, and then I have younger ones, so royalties, that's their paycheck, man. So I don't need to send my royalties over to anyone for anything. Um, yeah. If a deal comes up, we have to collaborate. I want the producer to get what he's supposed to get, but he's not gonna stop me from getting what I'm supposed to get at the end of the day. That's how I look at music. Is if we could do business, but let's go 50-50, or it's gonna be 50-50 as far as songwriting is concerned. If I'm doing the
Yeah,
music, if you're doing the music and I'm doing the lyrics, it's gonna be
yeah.
the way it's supposed to be. It's not gonna be like back in the days where artists don't get anything and producer run away. I, I
True,
don't
true.
I don't have no interest in that.
You
You know.
didn't tell me the water's gonna be
Because you're
cold.
an independent artist, I can understand that basically everything you put out it's yours, especially if you write it or
I
um
can go
which you gotta
water.
work with certain producers and people like that within the people in the background, people in the back scene and stuff like that. Um, but what if you do get signed to a label
Right.
somewhere down the line in your career? You
Uh
got to
huh.
make sure that those things are like up. You got to make sure those
Right. So
things
it,
are
it
in
have to make
honor.
sense. It have to make sense, and this come right back to where you say because nothing is wrong with being signed or anything like that. It could be
No, absolutely not.
because it's just business, right? But that's
It's
where
easy
I
on
know
your
that
back.
okay
Yes.
then. No, my law, you have to go get very active. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then once I make sure that my interest is secured, then I'm pretty sure I'll be able to like pull out a good deal out of it. But that's where my head is at as
Yeah.
far as
As long as your
anytime
paperwork is
started.
up,
Huh?
as long as your paperwork is up,
Oh
you can't
yeah,
go
why
wrong
not?
again.
Let's go
That's
on a
just the
business.
truth.
Let's go on a business venture then.
Yes. Yes, 50-50. It goes both ways. Like, because we know back then a lot of artists got literally like they got screwed over. All
Right.
because they didn't study the industry and they didn't know certain things and of course the producers or the person that they work with not going to tell them this is what you need to do because everybody's trying to eat a piece of food, of course. So at the end of the day, a lot of artists, big artists what we know from back then, lost millions up till now, and the music is still making millions, and they didn't get anything because they gave that them get that share from
Right.
then, and that is it
Because there
because they
was
didn't
more
know
of the
better.
hype,
Yes, because
right?
exactly, and they
And
didn't
the
know
music,
better. So
artists just
yes,
more so of the creative aspect of it, right? I mean, like, in this time, if an artist find that happening to them, they have to really check themselves, so to speak, because, like, in this time and age, we're working with a computer in our pocket where literally we can get information that we need. So, I mean, like I said, for me, at the end of the day, I understand that it's the music
yes,
business, you know? I do the
yeah,
creative part as an artist, but when it comes down to dealing with the industry deals with business. So,
yeah. It's a throat business. But
yes,
anyways, what do you see yourself doing, or how far within your career do you see yourself within the next 5 years?
that's a great question. In the next 5 years, still, I literally see myself doing more than just being an artist. I really see myself being like, not just to say a producer, but like having my own management company and marketing company and so forth, where we can really help out a lot more artists and deal with them the right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's my end goal in the next 5 years. Between now and then, it's a matter of producing a quality studio album and touring on that album, so to speak.
Okay. All right. My last question. What can we expect from you next?
Next,
Yeah. What's
more
next for you?
inspiring music, more inspiring music, and a hit album, roots
Yeah.
album. Yes,
Okay,
it's
okay.
really that's where it's gonna be next. But to be precise, still just more singles, more marketing and stuff like that.
Got you, got you. All right. Let's go, all right. We have basically come to the end of this interview. Short and sweet. Um,
Already,
normally what I would
interview
do, I
literally
would
felt
try to
like it
stretch
just
it up.
started.
It felt like it, right?
Right,
Normally what I would do, I would try to stretch it for exactly an hour, but I don't want to push it too far because I basically ask you all the questions that I thought was important enough for not only my supporters and yours to basically ask you general question that normal people would have asked that don't know that stuff like this and it's not in your bio. So, but what I want you to do, I would like for you to tell the people them on what platform you're on and what platform they can find you on, of course, and yeah, stuff like that.
right. So
Just
I'm pretty much one sim is KISKOAMARI Kiskamari. Pretty much on YouTube, here on Instagram, so to speak. I'm a website www.kiskamara.com. Yeah, and all social media platforms. And yeah, just everyone listening, thanks for listening to the interview. Thank you for giving me this
welcome.
opportunity to come and talk.
Welcome.
I want to say, I said JR here. A couple people that I know was on. I don't know if they're still on.
Bless up
But yeah,
yourself,
thanks to
man.
everyone that actually listened. And so I will leave with this message though.
Yeah.
One life, one aim, I'm living it. More thanks and praises me giving it. Heavens hot can't cool fire me blazing it. Hard work must pay off, Rasta man keep pushing it. One life, one aim, not to live in it. More thanks and praises me giving it. Heavens hot can't cool fire we blazing it. Hard work must pay off, so me pushing it. Hey, can't calm nor cool, heavens hot. Mommy if you hold it down. Sure, no, man, just bless up yourself here.
Don't know. It's come all right. Thank you very much
All
for
right.
being on this platform. It was a pleasure to have you here. Again, I will hit you back later when I finish the live and a little bit more into information about next week. And sure to roll out next week and do what you do best. So again, thank you very much.
All
Enjoy the
right.
rest
Bless
of
up.
your weekend. And yeah, bless up yourself. And I'll see you next week, hopefully. Thank
All
you
right.
very much and
One
have a
more,
blessed
more
day.
life. All right.
Thank you. Good night. And again, thank you guys for being Thanks to all the people that's on here. Go ahead, follow the artist. Of course, give me a follow up myself. Y'all could also go back on YouTube and see all the previous interview that I've done for the last couple of months. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is NetJam 2021, on YouTube, and of course here on IG. I just want to say thank you guys very much. Best of y'all self, and have a great weekend and be safe, guys. Good night, everybody, for the one night here, and good evening for the rest.